Do you ever feel drained after spending time with certain people? Have you noticed how some individuals seem to suck the joy out of every room they enter? In this video, you'll discover powerful techniques to transform your interactions with those who bring negativity into your life. Imagine a future where your mood isn't affected by others' pessimism, where you can maintain your positivity no matter the company you keep. This isn't just another guide. It's your blueprint for a brighter, more vibrant existence. Stay with us until the end. Your life is about to change in ways you never thought possible. Way 1. Set boundaries and stand firm. Setting boundaries is one of the most crucial steps you can take when dealing with negative people. Boundaries act as invisible fences that protect your emotional well-being and prevent negativity from encroaching on your mental space. Establishing these limits is not just an act of self-preservation, but a powerful declaration of your self-worth. Understanding the importance of boundaries. Imagine your mind as a pristine garden. Negative people are like invasive weeds that can choke the life out of your beautiful plants. Without boundaries, these weeds spread unchecked, turning your once flourishing garden into a barren wasteland. Boundaries help keep these intruders at bay, allowing you to cultivate positivity and growth. The first step in setting boundaries is to identify your limits. Reflect on past interactions that left you feeling drained or upset. What behaviors or topics triggered these feelings? By pinpointing these triggers, you can begin to understand where your boundaries need to be established. It's important to recognize that everyone's limits are different. What might be tolerable for one person could be overwhelming for another. Once you've identified your boundaries, the next step is to communicate them clearly and confidently. This can be daunting, especially if you're not used to asserting yourself. However, remember that you have every right to protect your emotional health. When expressing your boundaries, use I statements to avoid sounding accusatory. For example, say, "I feel uncomfortable when," or "I need some space when." This makes it clear that you're addressing your own needs rather than blaming the other person. Negative people often resist boundaries. They may try to guilt-trip you, dismiss your feelings, or even become confrontational. This resistance is a test of your resolve. Stand firm and don't let their reactions undermine your efforts. Reiterate your boundaries calmly and consistently. Over time, they will start to understand that you are serious and that they need to respect your limits. Setting boundaries is only half the battle. Enforcing them is where the real challenge lies. Be prepared to take action if your boundaries are crossed. This might mean reducing contact with the negative person or, in extreme cases, cutting ties altogether. While this can be painful, remember that your mental health is paramount. Surrounding yourself with supportive, positive people will significantly enhance your well-being. Dealing with negative people can be emotionally taxing, even with boundaries in place. Regular self-care is essential to replenish your emotional reserves. Engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. This could be anything from reading a good book, taking a walk in nature, practicing mindfulness or meditation, to spending time with loved ones. Self-care fortifies you, making it easier to maintain your boundaries. Don't hesitate to seek support from friends, family, or a professional counselor. Sharing your experiences with someone you trust can provide you with valuable perspective and encouragement. Support networks can also offer practical advice and emotional strength as you navigate your interactions with negative people. Setting and enforcing boundaries is an ongoing process. Regularly reflect on your experiences and adjust your boundaries as necessary. You may find that some boundaries need to be strengthened, while others can be relaxed. The key is to remain flexible and responsive to your own needs. As you become more attuned to your emotional health, you'll find it easier to recognize and address negativity before it takes root. Negative people often project their own insecurities and frustrations onto others. When they push against your boundaries, understand that their behavior is a reflection of their own struggles, not a judgment on your worth. By internalizing this perspective, you can maintain your boundaries without taking their negativity personally. Each time you set and enforce a boundary, you build your inner strength and resilience. Over time, you will become more confident in your ability to protect your emotional health. This growing strength will not only help you deal with negative people, but also empower you in all areas of your life. While it's important to manage interactions with negative people, it's equally important to create a positive environment around you. Fill your life with positivity through meaningful relationships, uplifting activities, and inspirational content. A strong, positive environment acts as a buffer, making it harder for negativity to penetrate. Take a moment to visualize your ideal life, one where you are free from the drain of negative influences. Imagine the peace, joy, and fulfillment you would feel. Use this vision as motivation to maintain your boundaries. Every step you take towards this ideal life reinforces the importance of protecting your emotional health. Recognize and celebrate your progress in setting and enforcing boundaries. Each small victory is a testament to your growing strength and commitment to yourself. Celebrating these milestones boosts your confidence and reinforces your resolve. Your journey in dealing with negative people can inspire others to do the same. Share your experiences and strategies with those around you. By leading by example, you empower others to set their own boundaries and protect their emotional health. Together, we can create a ripple effect of positivity that extends far beyond our individual lives. In conclusion, setting boundaries with negative people is a transformative step towards a more positive and fulfilling life. It's about reclaiming your power, protecting your emotional health, and creating a life filled with joy and positivity. Stand firm, stay true to yourself, and watch as your life begins to change for the better. Way 2. Practice empathy without absorbing negativity. Practicing empathy is a powerful way to deal with negative people. It allows you to understand their perspective and respond with compassion, rather than getting entangled in their negativity. However, it's crucial to strike a balance between being empathetic and protecting your own emotional health. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes and feel what they are experiencing. It involves listening actively, recognizing emotions, and validating their feelings. When dealing with negative people, empathy helps you see beyond their negativity and understand the underlying issues that may be causing their behavior. One of the key components of empathy is active listening. This means giving the other person your full attention and showing genuine interest in what they are saying. Avoid interrupting or judging, and instead focus on understanding their perspective. Active listening can sometimes diffuse negativity, as people often just want to be heard and validated. Negative behavior often stems from deeper issues such as stress, insecurity, or past trauma. By recognizing these underlying issues, you can respond with compassion rather than frustration. For example, a colleague who constantly complains might be struggling with personal problems or feeling undervalued at work. Understanding the root cause of their negativity can help you respond in a more supportive manner. Validation is about acknowledging and accepting someone's feelings without necessarily agreeing with them. It shows that you respect their emotions and consider them valid. Phrases like, "I can see why you feel that way," or "It sounds like you're really going through a tough time," can be incredibly powerful. Validation can help reduce the intensity of their negativity as they feel understood and supported. While empathy is important, it's equally crucial to maintain your emotional boundaries. This means being compassionate without absorbing their negativity. Visualize a protective barrier around yourself that allows you to be empathetic without letting their emotions seep into your own emotional space. This mental visualization can help you remain supportive while safeguarding your well-being. Responding with compassion means offering support and understanding without getting drawn into their negativity. Offer words of encouragement or practical advice if appropriate, but avoid trying to fix their problems. Sometimes, just being there and showing that you care is enough. Being empathetic requires a high level of self-awareness. Pay attention to your own emotions and energy levels. If you start feeling overwhelmed or drained, it's a sign that you need to step back and recharge. Self-awareness allows you to manage your empathy and ensure it doesn't negatively impact your own emotional health. It's okay to take breaks from negative people when you need to. Empathy doesn't mean you have to be available all the time. If a conversation is becoming too draining, politely excuse yourself and take some time to recharge. This might involve stepping outside for fresh air, practicing deep breathing, or engaging in a quick, uplifting activity. Techniques like reflective listening and paraphrasing can help you practice empathy effectively. Reflective listening involves repeating back what the other person has said to show that you understand. For example, "So, you're feeling frustrated because your efforts aren't being recognized." Paraphrasing involves summarizing their main points in your own words, which shows that you've been listening and understanding. Empathy should not lead to emotional over-involvement. Maintain a healthy detachment by reminding yourself that their issues are not your responsibility to solve. You can care deeply about someone without becoming entangled in their emotional turmoil. Focus on offering support and understanding while keeping your own emotional boundaries intact. Every interaction with a negative person is an opportunity to learn and grow. Reflect on what went well and what could be improved in your approach. This reflection helps you refine your empathy skills and develop more effective strategies for future interactions. Practicing empathy with negative people can actually strengthen your own resilience. It teaches you to stay calm and compassionate in the face of negativity, which is a valuable skill in all areas of life. Over time, you'll find that you're less affected by others' negativity and more capable of maintaining your own positive outlook. Empathy can also encourage positive change in negative people. When they feel understood and supported, they may be more open to reflecting on their behavior and making positive changes. Your empathetic approach can inspire them to seek help or adopt healthier coping mechanisms. Empathy contributes to a more positive environment overall. When people feel heard and validated, they're more likely to respond with kindness and cooperation. By practicing empathy, you can help create a ripple effect of positivity that extends beyond your immediate interactions. Finally, recognize your own limits when it comes to empathy. It's important to balance being supportive with taking care of your own emotional needs. If a relationship with a negative person is consistently draining and affecting your well-being, it may be necessary to reevaluate the extent of your involvement. In conclusion, practicing empathy without absorbing negativity is a delicate balance that requires self-awareness, emotional boundaries, and compassion. By understanding and addressing the underlying issues of negative behavior, you can respond with empathy while protecting your own emotional health. This approach not only helps you deal with negative people more effectively, but also fosters a more positive and supportive environment for everyone involved. Way 3. Cultivate positivity within yourself. One of the most effective ways to deal with negative people is to cultivate a strong sense of positivity within yourself. By fostering an internal environment of optimism and joy, you create a buffer against the negativity around you. This internal resilience not only helps you maintain your own well-being, but also influences those around you, often diminishing their negativity. Positivity is more than just a fleeting emotion. It's a mindset and a way of life. When you cultivate positivity, you equip yourself with a powerful tool to counteract negativity. Positive thinking can enhance your mental health, improve your relationships, and increase your overall life satisfaction. It creates a shield that deflects negativity and allows you to stay focused on the good in life. Gratitude is a cornerstone of positivity. Start each day by acknowledging the things you are thankful for. This simple practice can shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right in your life. Keep a gratitude journal and jot down 3 things you are grateful for every day. Over time, this habit can transform your outlook and make it easier to stay positive in the face of negativity. The company you keep has a significant impact on your mindset. Surround yourself with positive, uplifting people who inspire and support you. These individuals can provide a counterbalance to the negativity you might encounter elsewhere. Engage in communities, groups, or activities that foster positivity and encourage personal growth. Invest time in activities that genuinely bring you joy and fulfillment. Whether it's a hobby, a sport, creative pursuits, or spending time with loved ones, engaging in these activities boosts your mood and reinforces a positive mindset. Joyful experiences create a reservoir of positive emotions that you can draw upon when dealing with negative people. Mindfulness and meditation are powerful tools for cultivating positivity. These practices help you stay present and centered, reducing the impact of external negativity. Regular meditation can increase your self-awareness, enhance your emotional regulation, and promote a sense of inner peace. Even a few minutes of mindful breathing each day can make a significant difference. Reframing is a cognitive technique that involves changing the way you perceive and interpret situations. When faced with negative thoughts or encounters, consciously reframe them in a more positive light. For example, if someone criticizes you, view it as an opportunity to learn and grow rather than a personal attack. This shift in perspective can reduce the emotional impact of negativity. Begin your day with positive intentions. Set clear, affirmative goals for how you want to feel and what you want to achieve. Positive intentions guide your actions and interactions, helping you maintain a constructive mindset throughout the day. For example, you might set an intention to remain calm and kind, regardless of external circumstances. The media you consume can influence your mindset. Limit your exposure to negative news, social media, and entertainment that fosters fear, anger, or sadness. Instead, choose content that inspires, educates, and uplifts. Reading books, watching motivational videos, or listening to positive podcasts can reinforce your positivity and resilience. Being kind to yourself is essential for maintaining positivity. Practice self-compassion by treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. When you make a mistake or face a setback, acknowledge your feelings without judgment and remind yourself that it's okay to be imperfect. Self-compassion nurtures a positive self-image and reduces the impact of external negativity. Visualization is a powerful technique for reinforcing positivity. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing positive outcomes for various aspects of your life. Imagine yourself succeeding, being happy, and interacting positively with others. This mental rehearsal can boost your confidence and optimism, making it easier to stay positive in real-life situations. Positive affirmations are statements that reinforce your worth, capabilities, and potential. Incorporate affirmations into your daily routine to cultivate a positive self-image and mindset. Statements like, "I am capable," "I deserve happiness," and "I choose to see the good in every situation" can reinforce your internal positivity and resilience. Acknowledge and celebrate your small victories and achievements. Recognizing your progress, no matter how minor, reinforces a positive outlook and motivates you to keep moving forward. Celebrations can be as simple as treating yourself to something you enjoy or sharing your success with a supportive friend. Physical activity is closely linked to mental well-being. Regular exercise releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. Find a physical activity you enjoy, whether it's walking, dancing, yoga, or playing a sport. Staying active not only improves your physical health, but also enhances your emotional resilience and positivity. Your diet can influence your mood and energy levels. Consume a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. Proper nutrition supports overall well-being and provides the energy needed to maintain a positive mindset. Avoid excessive consumption of sugar, caffeine, and processed foods, which can lead to mood swings and decreased energy. Adequate sleep is essential for emotional regulation and overall positivity. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Establish a consistent sleep routine and create a restful environment to ensure you wake up refreshed and ready to face the day with a positive outlook. Poor sleep can make you more susceptible to negativity and emotional stress. One of the best ways to cultivate positivity is to spread it. Acts of kindness and positivity towards others not only brighten their day, but also reinforce your own positive mindset. Smile, offer compliments, help others, and express gratitude. The positivity you give out often comes back to you, creating a reinforcing cycle of positive energy. In conclusion, cultivating positivity within yourself is a powerful way to deal with negative people. By fostering an internal environment of joy, gratitude, and resilience, you create a shield against external negativity. This internal positivity not only enhances your well-being, but also influences those around you, contributing to a more positive and fulfilling life. Way 4. Limit your exposure. When dealing with negative people, one of the most effective strategies is to limit your exposure to them. This approach helps protect your mental and emotional well-being by reducing the amount of negativity you encounter. It's about being proactive in managing your environment and making conscious choices about who you spend your time with. Constant exposure to negative people can significantly affect your mood, outlook, and even physical health. Negativity can be draining, leading to increased stress, anxiety, and even depression. Recognizing the impact of negativity on your life is the first step towards taking control of your environment and limiting your exposure to negative influences. Start by evaluating your relationships. Identify the people in your life who consistently bring negativity into your interactions. These could be colleagues, friends, or even family members. Take note of how you feel after spending time with them. Do you feel uplifted, neutral, or drained? This awareness is crucial in making informed decisions about your social interactions. One way to limit your exposure is to set time limits on interactions with negative people. If you have to spend time with them, such as at work or family gatherings, try to keep these interactions brief. Plan your day in a way that minimizes prolonged exposure. For example, schedule meetings back-to-back so you have a valid reason to leave after a set period, or take regular breaks to recharge if you must interact with a negative colleague. When possible, create physical distance between yourself and negative individuals. This might mean choosing to work in a different location, sitting further away during meetings, or even rearranging your workspace. Physical distance can create a buffer, making it easier to maintain your positivity and avoid being overwhelmed by negativity. In today's digital age, technology offers numerous ways to manage your interactions. Utilize tools like caller ID, email filters, and social media settings to control when and how you engage with negative people. For instance, you can choose to screen calls, delay responses to emails, or adjust your social media feed to prioritize positive content and mute negative influences. Emotional distance is just as important as physical distance. Develop strategies to emotionally detach from negative people. This might involve practicing mindfulness or visualization techniques to maintain a sense of calm and detachment during interactions. Remind yourself that their negativity is a reflection of their own issues, not a reflection of your worth or behavior. Clearly established boundaries can significantly limit the impact of negative people on your life. Be upfront about your limits and communicate them assertively. For example, if a friend constantly brings up negative topics, let them know that you prefer to discuss more positive or neutral subjects. Enforcing these boundaries consistently will help create a more positive dynamic. Shift your focus towards building and nurturing positive relationships. Spend more time with people who uplift and inspire you. Positive relationships act as a counterbalance to negative ones, providing you with the support and encouragement you need to thrive. Seek out friends, mentors, or colleagues who share your positive outlook and values. Participate in activities and hobbies that naturally attract positive individuals. Join clubs, groups, or communities that focus on interests and passions that align with your values. These environments are often filled with like-minded people who can provide positive reinforcement and companionship. Be selective about the social events and gatherings you attend. If you know certain events are likely to be dominated by negative people, consider politely declining the invitation or making a brief appearance. Choose to invest your time in events that promote positivity and well-being. When you do need to interact with negative people, use assertive communication to manage the interaction. Assertiveness involves expressing your needs and feelings clearly and respectfully without being aggressive. For instance, if someone is venting negativity, you can say, "I understand you're upset, but I need to focus on positive things right now." If possible, delegate interactions with particularly negative individuals to others. For example, if you have a negative client or co-worker, see if a colleague can handle their concerns. This delegation can help you conserve your energy and maintain your focus on positive tasks and interactions. Engaging in regular self-care practices is essential for counteracting the effects of exposure to negativity. Activities such as exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, or pursuing creative hobbies can help you recharge and maintain a positive outlook. Make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine. If you find it difficult to manage your interactions with negative people, consider seeking professional help. Therapists and counselors can provide you with strategies and tools to handle negativity more effectively. They can also help you explore underlying issues that may be contributing to your reactions to negative people. Regularly reflect on your interactions and make adjustments as needed. Pay attention to what strategies are working and which ones need improvement. Flexibility is key in finding the right balance for limiting your exposure to negativity while maintaining your mental and emotional well-being. Empower yourself by recognizing that you have the right to control your environment and interactions. Limiting exposure to negative people is not about being rude or dismissive. It's about prioritizing your health and happiness. By taking proactive steps, you reclaim your power and create a more positive and fulfilling life. In conclusion, limiting your exposure to negative people is a crucial strategy for maintaining your well-being. By evaluating your relationships, setting boundaries, creating distance, and focusing on positive interactions, you can protect your mental and emotional health. This proactive approach enables you to cultivate a more positive and resilient mindset, making it easier to navigate the challenges posed by negativity. Way 5. Develop emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EI, is the ability to understand, manage, and use your emotions effectively. When dealing with negative people, high emotional intelligence can help you navigate interactions with grace, maintain your composure, and protect your well-being. Developing emotional intelligence involves enhancing your self-awareness, self-regulation, social awareness, and relationship management skills. Emotional intelligence is composed of 5 key components: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Each component plays a crucial role in how you handle your emotions and interact with others. By strengthening these areas, you can better manage your reactions to negative people and maintain a positive outlook. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. It involves recognizing and understanding your own emotions, strengths, weaknesses, and triggers. To enhance self-awareness, regularly reflect on your feelings and reactions. Keep a journal to track your emotional responses to different situations and interactions. This practice helps you identify patterns and gain insights into your emotional landscape. Self-regulation is the ability to control and manage your emotions, especially in challenging situations. When faced with negativity, self-regulation allows you to stay calm and composed. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, and positive self-talk can help you regulate your emotions. For instance, if someone's negativity is getting to you, take a few deep breaths and remind yourself that you are in control of your response. Intrinsic motivation, or the drive to achieve goals and pursue passions, is a key aspect of emotional intelligence. Staying motivated helps you focus on positive outcomes and maintain a constructive attitude. Set personal goals that inspire you and remind yourself of your purpose. This sense of purpose can act as a buffer against the demotivating effects of negative people. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. While it's important to empathize with negative people to understand their perspective, it's equally crucial not to absorb their negativity. Practice active listening and validate their feelings without letting their emotions affect your own. Techniques like reflective listening, where you paraphrase what they've said to show understanding, can enhance empathetic interactions. Strong social skills enable you to manage relationships more effectively. This includes communication, conflict resolution, and the ability to build positive connections. When dealing with negative people, use assertive communication to express your needs and boundaries clearly. Developing good social skills helps you navigate difficult interactions smoothly and maintain a positive atmosphere. Stress management is an integral part of emotional intelligence. High stress levels can impair your ability to deal with negativity effectively. Incorporate stress reduction techniques into your daily routine, such as exercise, meditation, or hobbies that you enjoy. Maintaining a healthy work-life balance and getting enough sleep are also crucial for managing stress. Emotional agility is the ability to adapt to changing circumstances and emotions. It involves acknowledging your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. When you encounter negativity, recognize your feelings, accept them, and then choose a constructive response. This flexibility allows you to navigate interactions with negative people without becoming bogged down by their attitudes. Resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. It's about bouncing back from negative experiences and maintaining a positive outlook. Strengthen your resilience by focusing on your strengths, staying connected with supportive people, and maintaining a hopeful perspective. Resilient people view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. Every interaction with a negative person is a learning opportunity. Reflect on these experiences to gain insights into your emotional responses and identify areas for improvement. Ask yourself what you did well, what you could have done differently, and what you learned about managing negativity. This reflective practice enhances your emotional intelligence over time. Seek feedback from trusted friends, colleagues, or mentors to gain an outside perspective on your emotional intelligence. They can provide valuable insights into how you handle emotions and interact with others. Use this feedback to identify blind spots and areas for growth. Constructive criticism helps you refine your emotional intelligence skills. Emotional intelligence is a skill that can be developed and refined over time. Engage in continuous learning by reading books, attending workshops, or taking courses on emotional intelligence. Learning from experts and incorporating new strategies into your daily life enhances your ability to manage emotions and interact positively with others. Developing emotional intelligence requires patience and persistence. It's a gradual process that involves ongoing practice and self-reflection. Be patient with yourself as you work on enhancing your emotional intelligence skills. Celebrate small victories and stay committed to your personal growth journey. Apply your emotional intelligence skills in everyday situations to reinforce your learning. Practice active listening, empathy, and assertive communication in all your interactions, not just with negative people. Over time, these skills will become second nature, making it easier to handle negativity effectively. Your journey to develop emotional intelligence can inspire others to do the same. Share your experiences and strategies with those around you. By demonstrating the benefits of emotional intelligence, you can encourage others to enhance their own emotional skills, creating a more positive and supportive environment. High emotional intelligence leads to numerous benefits, including better mental health, improved relationships, and increased resilience. As you develop your emotional intelligence, you'll find it easier to manage your emotions, stay positive, and navigate interactions with negative people. These benefits contribute to a more fulfilling and balanced life. In conclusion, developing emotional intelligence is a powerful way to deal with negative people. By enhancing self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills, you can navigate challenging interactions with grace and maintain your well-being. This proactive approach not only helps you manage negativity effectively, but also enriches your overall quality of life. Way 6. Focus on solutions, not problems. When dealing with negative people, it's easy to get caught up in their complaints and pessimism. Instead of getting drawn into their cycle of negativity, shift your focus towards finding solutions. This proactive approach not only helps you maintain a positive mindset, but also encourages a constructive environment. Negative people often dwell on problems, which can create a toxic atmosphere. Constantly discussing issues without seeking solutions can be draining and demotivating. This problem-focused thinking leads to a sense of helplessness and reinforces negative emotions. Recognizing this pitfall is the first step towards shifting your focus. A solution-focused mindset involves looking for ways to improve a situation rather than fixating on what's wrong. This shift in perspective helps you stay positive and motivated, even in challenging interactions. By focusing on solutions, you take control of the narrative and steer conversations in a more productive direction. When dealing with a negative person, try to identify the core issue behind their negativity. Often, their complaints are symptoms of a deeper problem. For example, a co-worker who constantly criticizes might feel undervalued or overwhelmed. Understanding the root cause allows you to address the real issue rather than getting bogged down by surface-level complaints. Encourage a solution-focused dialogue by asking constructive questions. Instead of asking, "Why are you so negative?" Try asking, "What do you think would make this situation better?" Or, "How can we solve this problem together?" These questions shift the focus from the problem to potential solutions and empower the negative person to think more positively. When appropriate, offer practical solutions to the issues raised. This shows that you are not only listening, but also willing to help find a way forward. For example, if a colleague is complaining about a heavy workload, suggest ways to prioritize tasks or delegate responsibilities. Offering solutions demonstrates your proactive attitude and can help diffuse negativity. Encourage negative individuals to take positive actions towards resolving their issues. Sometimes people need a gentle nudge to move from complaining to taking action. Suggest specific steps they can take and offer your support. For instance, if a friend is unhappy in their job, encourage them to explore new opportunities or develop new skills. Setting goals and celebrating progress can help shift the focus from problems to achievements. Encourage the negative person to set small, achievable goals related to their issues. Celebrate their successes, no matter how minor, to reinforce positive behavior. This approach fosters a sense of accomplishment and motivates them to keep moving forward. Language plays a powerful role in shaping our mindset. Use positive and solution-oriented language in your interactions. Avoid words that emphasize problems and negativity, and instead use words that inspire hope and progress. For example, replace "this is a disaster" with "we can find a way to improve this." Lead by example by maintaining a solution-focused attitude in your own life. When faced with challenges, focus on finding solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Your positive approach can influence those around you and create a more constructive environment. Demonstrating resilience and proactive problem-solving inspires others to adopt similar behaviors. Politely steer conversations away from incessant problem-centric discussions. If someone is continually negative without seeking solutions, gently redirect the conversation. You might say, "I understand this is frustrating. What can we do to make it better?" This approach helps to break the cycle of negativity and fosters a more positive dialogue. In workplaces or social groups, advocate for a solution-focused culture. Encourage collective problem-solving and celebrate innovative solutions. This cultural shift can reduce overall negativity and promote a more supportive and productive environment. When everyone is committed to finding solutions, negativity has less space to thrive. Enhance your own problem-solving skills to better manage negative situations. Techniques such as brainstorming, mind mapping, and SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, can help you generate effective solutions. By becoming adept at problem-solving, you can confidently address negativity and guide others towards constructive outcomes. Shifting from a problem-focused to a solution-focused mindset takes time and patience. Negative people might resist change initially, but with persistence and consistent effort, you can help them see the benefits of focusing on solutions. Stay patient and committed to this approach, even when progress seems slow. Don't hesitate to seek support and collaboration when dealing with negative people. Enlist the help of colleagues, friends, or mentors to brainstorm solutions and offer different perspectives. Collaborative problem-solving not only leads to better solutions, but also demonstrates the power of teamwork and shared positivity. While focusing on solutions, it's essential to maintain your own well-being. Don't let the negativity of others drain your energy or compromise your mental health. Take breaks when needed, practice self-care, and surround yourself with positive influences. By taking care of yourself, you ensure that you have the strength and resilience to maintain a solution-focused approach. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, a negative person may not be willing to shift their focus. Recognize when it's time to step back and protect your own well-being. You can't change everyone, and that's okay. Focus on what you can control and continue to cultivate positivity in your own life. In conclusion, focusing on solutions rather than problems is a powerful strategy for dealing with negative people. By shifting your mindset, asking constructive questions, offering practical solutions, and maintaining a solution-focused attitude, you can navigate negativity more effectively. This proactive approach not only helps you stay positive, but also encourages a more constructive and supportive environment for everyone involved. Way 7. Use humor to diffuse negativity. Humor can be an incredibly effective tool for dealing with negative people. It lightens the mood, breaks the tension, and can often shift the focus away from negativity. By incorporating humor into your interactions, you can create a more positive atmosphere and make it easier to handle challenging situations. Humor has a unique ability to connect people, reduce stress, and enhance overall well-being. When used appropriately, it can transform a negative interaction into a more enjoyable and constructive experience. Humor also helps to build rapport and can make difficult conversations more palatable. Before using humor to diffuse negativity, it's important to understand your audience. What one person finds funny, another might find offensive. Pay attention to the individual's personality, preferences, and current mood. Tailoring your humor to suit the situation, and the person can increase its effectiveness and prevent misunderstandings. Self-deprecating humor involves making light-hearted jokes about yourself. This type of humor can be disarming and endearing, making you appear more relatable and approachable. For example, if someone is complaining about a minor issue, you might say, "Well, if you think that's bad, you should see how I handle mornings without coffee." This kind of humor can diffuse tension and shift the focus away from negativity. Engage in playful banter to lighten the mood. Playful teasing, as long as it's good-natured and not mean-spirited, can create a sense of camaraderie and make interactions more enjoyable. For instance, if a colleague is being overly critical, you might respond with a light-hearted comment like, "Wow, you're on fire today. Did you have extra strong coffee this morning?" Sharing funny stories or jokes can help break the ice and shift the focus away from negativity. Choose stories or jokes that are relevant to the situation and appropriate for the audience. For example, if someone is stressing over a minor mistake, you might share a humorous story about a time you made a similar mistake and how it all turned out fine in the end. Developing inside jokes with colleagues, friends, or family members can foster a sense of belonging and lighten the mood during stressful times. Inside jokes create a shared sense of humor that can be a source of comfort and positivity. When negativity arises, referencing an inside joke can quickly change the atmosphere and remind everyone of happier times. Humor can also be used to reframe negative situations in a more positive light. For example, if someone is complaining about a difficult project, you might say, "Think of it as a challenging puzzle. Who doesn't love a good puzzle?" This type of humor helps shift the perspective and encourages a more optimistic outlook. While humor is a powerful tool, it's important to know when to be serious. Some situations require empathy and understanding rather than humor. If someone is deeply upset or dealing with a serious issue, be mindful of their feelings and offer support rather than jokes. Sensitivity and timing are key to using humor effectively. Subtle humor can be just as effective as more obvious jokes. A witty remark, a clever observation, or a light-hearted comment can all contribute to diffusing negativity without being overt. Subtle humor can be especially useful in professional settings where more overt humor might be inappropriate. Humor can also help build resilience by providing a coping mechanism for dealing with stress and adversity. Encouraging a humorous perspective on life's challenges can make them seem less daunting. For instance, if a project faces unexpected setbacks, viewing it with a sense of humor can help you stay positive and motivated. Promote a culture of humor in your workplace or social group. Encourage others to share jokes, funny stories, and light-hearted moments. A culture that values humor can enhance overall morale, reduce stress, and create a more positive environment. This collective sense of humor can be a powerful antidote to negativity. Authenticity is key when using humor. Forced or insincere humor can come across as awkward or insensitive. Use humor that feels natural to you and aligns with your personality. Authentic humor is more likely to be well received and effective in diffusing negativity. Study how comedians use humor to address serious topics and connect with their audience. Comedians often use humor to highlight absurdities and provide relief from difficult subjects. Observing their techniques can provide valuable insights into how to use humor effectively in your own interactions. While humor is a valuable tool, it's important to maintain appropriate boundaries. Avoid humor that targets sensitive topics or could be perceived as offensive. Respect the other person's boundaries and ensure that your humor contributes to a positive and inclusive atmosphere. Reflect on your use of humor and its impact on interactions. Consider what works well and what doesn't, and adapt your approach accordingly. Continuous improvement in your humor skills can enhance your ability to diffuse negativity effectively. Finally, make it a goal to spread laughter and positivity wherever you go. Laughter is contagious and can have a ripple effect, uplifting those around you. By consistently using humor to create a positive atmosphere, you contribute to a more joyful and resilient community. In conclusion, using humor to diffuse negativity is a powerful and effective strategy. By understanding your audience, employing self-deprecating humor, sharing funny stories, and promoting a culture of humor, you can create a more positive and enjoyable environment. Humor not only helps manage negativity, but also strengthens connections and enhances overall well-being. Way 8. Practice active listening. Active listening is a powerful tool when dealing with negative people. It involves fully focusing, understanding, and responding thoughtfully to what the other person is saying. This technique not only helps you better understand the root of their negativity, but also demonstrates empathy and can often diffuse tension. Active listening goes beyond simply hearing the words someone is saying. It involves paying attention to their emotions, body language, and underlying messages. By practicing active listening, you show that you value their perspective, which can help reduce their negative feelings and build a more constructive dialogue. To practice active listening effectively, create an environment free from distractions. Turn off your phone, close your laptop, and give the person your full attention. This focused environment signals that you are fully present and genuinely interested in what they have to say. Maintaining eye contact is a fundamental aspect of active listening. It shows that you are engaged and paying attention. However, be mindful not to stare intensely, as this can make the other person uncomfortable. Find a balance that conveys attentiveness and openness. Your body language can speak volumes about your level of engagement. Adopt an open and relaxed posture to show that you are receptive. Avoid crossing your arms, which can appear defensive, and lean slightly forward to indicate interest. Nodding occasionally can also affirm that you are following along. One of the key principles of active listening is to avoid interrupting the speaker. Let them express their thoughts and feelings fully before you respond. Interrupting can be perceived as dismissive and can exacerbate their negativity. Allowing them to finish shows respect and provides a complete picture of their concerns. Reflecting and paraphrasing what the speaker has said can help ensure you've understood their message correctly. For instance, if a friend is venting about a frustrating situation at work, you might say, "It sounds like you're really stressed about how your boss handled that meeting." This not only confirms your understanding, but also shows empathy. If you're unsure about something the person has said, ask clarifying questions. This demonstrates that you are actively engaged and seeking to understand their perspective fully. For example, you might ask, "Can you tell me more about what happened during that meeting?" Or, "How did that make you feel?" Validation is a crucial component of active listening. Acknowledge their feelings and let them know that their emotions are valid, even if you don't agree with their perspective. You might say, "I can see why you'd feel upset about that," or, "It's understandable that you're frustrated." Validation can help reduce their negativity by making them feel heard and understood. While it can be tempting to jump in with solutions, especially when dealing with negativity, sometimes people just need to vent. Offer a listening ear without immediately trying to fix the problem. You might ask, "Would you like some advice, or do you just need to vent?" This approach shows respect for their needs and can prevent additional frustration. Empathy involves putting yourself in the other person's shoes and understanding their feelings from their perspective. Express empathy by acknowledging their struggles and expressing compassion. You could say, "That sounds really tough, and I'm sorry you're going through that." Empathy can significantly reduce negative emotions and build a stronger connection. When the person shows signs of positive thinking or constructive behavior, use positive reinforcement to encourage this shift. Compliment their efforts and recognize their strengths. For example, "I appreciate how you're trying to find a solution despite the challenges," or "You handled that situation really well." Positive reinforcement can motivate them to adopt a more positive outlook. Negative people can sometimes be challenging to deal with, especially if their negativity is persistent. Stay patient and calm, even if their attitude is frustrating. Your calm demeanor can help de-escalate the situation and set a positive example. Remember that your goal is to understand and support, not to change their mindset immediately. When appropriate, provide constructive feedback that can help the person see things from a different perspective. Frame your feedback in a way that is supportive and non-judgmental. For example, "I understand you're upset, but have you considered this alternative approach?" Constructive feedback can gently guide them towards more positive thinking. At the end of the conversation, summarize what you've heard and reflect on the main points. This reinforces that you've been actively listening and provides an opportunity to clarify any misunderstandings. You might say, "So, if I understand correctly, you're feeling overwhelmed because of the workload, and you're looking for ways to manage it better." Encourage the person to keep communicating with you, especially if they need ongoing support. Let them know that you're available to listen and help whenever they need it. This reassurance can foster a sense of trust and make them feel less isolated in their struggles. After the conversation, take some time to reflect on your listening skills and the interaction. Consider what went well and what could be improved. Self-reflection helps you continually develop your active listening abilities and become more effective in future interactions. Make active listening a habit in all your interactions, not just with negative people. By consistently practicing active listening, you can enhance your communication skills, build stronger relationships, and create a more supportive environment. This habit fosters a culture of understanding and empathy in your personal and professional life. In conclusion, practicing active listening is an essential strategy for dealing with negative people. By creating a distraction-free environment, maintaining eye contact, using open body language, and demonstrating empathy, you can better understand their perspective and reduce negativity. Active listening not only helps diffuse tension, but also fosters a deeper connection and promotes a more positive atmosphere. Way 9. Establish boundaries. Establishing boundaries is crucial when dealing with negative people. Clear boundaries protect your mental and emotional well-being, helping you maintain a positive environment. Without boundaries, you may find yourself constantly drained and overwhelmed by others' negativity. Learning to set and enforce boundaries is an essential skill for preserving your own peace and positivity. The first step in establishing boundaries is recognizing when they are necessary. Pay attention to how interactions with negative people affect you. If you frequently feel stressed, anxious, or drained after spending time with them, it's a clear sign that boundaries are needed. Acknowledging this need is the foundation for creating and maintaining healthy boundaries. Take some time to reflect on your personal limits. What behaviors are you willing to tolerate, and what crosses the line for you? Clearly defining these limits will help you articulate your boundaries effectively. Consider areas such as emotional support, time commitments, and acceptable topics of conversation. Knowing your limits allows you to communicate them with confidence and clarity. When establishing boundaries, clear communication is key. Be direct and specific about your limits. Use I statements to express your needs without sounding accusatory. For example, say, "I need to take a break from this conversation because it's making me feel overwhelmed," rather than, "You're always so negative." This approach focuses on your feelings and needs, making it easier for the other person to understand and respect your boundaries. Consistency is crucial when enforcing boundaries. If you set a boundary but fail to uphold it, it sends mixed signals and diminishes the effectiveness of your efforts. Consistently reinforce your boundaries, even if it's challenging. Over time, people will learn to respect your limits if you remain steadfast in upholding them. When communicating boundaries, use firm but polite language. Being assertive doesn't mean being rude or confrontational. Politeness coupled with firmness conveys that you are serious about your boundaries without creating unnecessary conflict. For instance, "I appreciate your concern, but I need some time alone right now," is both firm and respectful. Be prepared for pushback when you first establish boundaries, especially with people who are used to you being more accommodating. Negative individuals may resist or test your limits. Anticipate this reaction and stay firm. Remember, setting boundaries is about protecting your well-being, not about pleasing others. Learning to say no is an integral part of boundary setting. It can be difficult, especially if you're used to saying yes to keep the peace. Practice saying no in a way that feels comfortable to you. You can be polite yet firm. "No, I'm not able to help with that right now," or "No, I need to focus on my own tasks today." The more you practice, the easier it will become. Sometimes, the best way to deal with negative people is to limit your exposure to them. This doesn't mean cutting them out of your life completely, but rather reducing the amount of time you spend with them. For example, if a colleague is particularly negative, minimize non-essential interactions and focus on maintaining a professional distance. Emotional boundaries involve separating your emotions from those of the negative person. It's important to recognize that their negativity is their issue, not yours. Practice emotional detachment by reminding yourself that you are not responsible for their feelings. Visualize a barrier that protects you from absorbing their negative energy. Don't hesitate to seek support from friends, family, or a therapist when dealing with negative people. Sharing your experiences with someone you trust can provide relief and offer new perspectives. Supportive individuals can also help reinforce your boundaries and offer encouragement when you face challenges. Prioritize self-care to reinforce your boundaries. Engaging in activities that recharge and uplift you can counterbalance the effects of negativity. Whether it's exercise, reading, hobbies, or spending time with loved ones, self-care helps maintain your emotional and mental health, making it easier to deal with negative influences. Time boundaries are particularly important in managing negative people. Be clear about how much time you are willing to spend in negative interactions. For example, if a friend often calls to complain, set a limit on the duration of these conversations. You might say, "I can talk for 10 minutes, but then I need to get back to my work." Technology can be a helpful tool in setting boundaries. Use features like call screening, do not disturb modes, and email filters to manage your interactions with negative people. This allows you to control when and how you engage, giving you the power to maintain your boundaries without constant disruption. Mindfulness can help you stay grounded and maintain your boundaries. Techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, and mindful walking can enhance your awareness and resilience. By staying present and centered, you can better manage your reactions to negativity and uphold your boundaries more effectively. Boundaries are not static. They may need to be adjusted over time as circumstances change. Regularly evaluate your boundaries to ensure they are still serving you well. If you find that a particular boundary is no longer effective, don't hesitate to modify it. Flexibility in adjusting your boundaries can help you stay balanced and protected. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress in setting and maintaining boundaries. Recognize the positive impact this has on your well-being and interactions. Celebrating your successes reinforces your commitment to boundary setting and boosts your confidence in dealing with negative people. In conclusion, establishing boundaries is a vital strategy for dealing with negative people. By recognizing the need for boundaries, defining your limits, communicating clearly, and staying consistent, you can protect your mental and emotional well-being. Boundaries help you maintain a positive environment and ensure that negativity does not overwhelm your life. Why 10. Surround yourself with positive influences. While it's important to manage interactions with negative people, equally crucial is surrounding yourself with positive influences. The company you keep significantly affects your mood, outlook, and overall well-being. Positive influences can provide the support, encouragement, and inspiration needed to counterbalance negativity. Positive influences uplift and motivate you. They offer constructive feedback, celebrate your successes, and support you through challenges. Being around positive people fosters a sense of belonging and optimism, which can be especially helpful when dealing with negative individuals. The energy and attitude of those around you can either lift you up or bring you down, making it essential to choose your company wisely. Identify the positive people in your life. These are individuals who make you feel good about yourself, inspire you, and contribute to your growth. They might be friends, family members, colleagues, or mentors. Recognize who these people are and prioritize spending time with them. Their positivity can provide a buffer against the negativity you encounter. Cultivating relationships with positive individuals requires effort and intention. Make time for these relationships, show appreciation, and engage in activities that strengthen your bond. Regularly connecting with positive people can reinforce your own positive mindset and provide a valuable support network. Beyond individual relationships, seek out positive environments that foster growth and happiness. Join clubs, groups, or communities that share your interests and values. Whether it's a sports team, a book club, or a volunteer organization, these environments can provide a sense of community and positivity. Engaging in positive activities can also attract like-minded individuals. Participate in hobbies and activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Whether it's painting, hiking, or attending concerts, these activities not only enhance your well-being, but also connect you with others who share your enthusiasm and positivity. Identify and learn from positive role models, whether they are people you know personally or public figures you admire. Observe how they handle challenges, maintain a positive outlook, and interact with others. Emulating their behavior can provide you with strategies to maintain positivity in your own life. Just as you seek out positive influences, it's important to limit your exposure to negative ones. This might involve setting boundaries with negative individuals, as discussed earlier, or reducing your consumption of negative media. Be mindful of the content you engage with, whether it's on social media, television, or in conversations, and choose positivity whenever possible. Gratitude is a powerful tool for cultivating positivity. Regularly reflect on the positive aspects of your life and express gratitude for them. This practice can shift your focus away from negativity and help you appreciate the good things and people around you. Share your gratitude with those who uplift you, strengthening your positive connections. Online and offline supportive communities can be excellent sources of positivity. Join forums, social media groups, or local meetups centered around interests and values that resonate with you. These communities offer a platform to share experiences, seek advice, and celebrate successes, all of which contribute to a positive mindset. Investing in personal development can also attract positive influences into your life. Attend workshops, seminars, and courses that focus on self-improvement and positivity. These settings not only provide valuable skills and knowledge, but also connect you with like-minded individuals who are committed to growth and positivity. Creating a positive environment at home can serve as a sanctuary from external negativity. Surround yourself with uplifting decor, maintain a clean and organized space, and engage in activities that bring joy and relaxation. A positive home environment supports your well-being and reinforces the positive influences in your life. Be a positive influence for others. Your attitude and behavior can impact those around you. Practice kindness, offer support, and maintain an optimistic outlook. By being a source of positivity, you can attract other positive individuals and create a mutually supportive network. Regularly connect with positive influences in your life. Reach out to friends and family, schedule regular catch-ups, and stay engaged with supportive communities. Consistent interaction with positive people helps maintain a positive mindset and provides ongoing support. Encourage positivity in the people around you. Compliment their strengths, celebrate their achievements, and offer support during tough times. Your encouragement can help others cultivate their own positivity, creating a ripple effect that benefits everyone. Take time to reflect on positive experiences and interactions. Keeping a journal can be helpful in this regard. Writing down moments of joy, gratitude, and positive interactions reinforces their importance and helps you focus on the good in your life. Be open to forming new connections with positive individuals. Attend networking events, join new groups, and introduce yourself to new people. Expanding your social circle increases your chances of meeting positive influences and enriching your life. Ultimately, prioritize your well-being by surrounding yourself with positivity. Recognize that you have the power to choose your influences and environments. By consciously seeking out and nurturing positive connections, you create a supportive network that enhances your resilience and happiness. In conclusion, surrounding yourself with positive influences is a crucial strategy for dealing with negative people. By identifying and cultivating relationships with positive individuals, seeking out supportive environments, and engaging in personal development, you can counterbalance negativity and maintain a positive outlook. Positivity is contagious, and by fostering a network of positive influences, you create a life filled with encouragement, support, and joy. Way 11. Focus on solutions, not problems. When dealing with negative people, a common pitfall is getting drawn into a cycle of complaining and problem focus. Shifting the conversation towards solutions can help break this cycle, promote constructive dialogue, and foster a more positive environment. By focusing on solutions, you not only mitigate negativity, but also empower yourself and others to take proactive steps toward improvement. Negative people often dwell on problems, relishing in complaints and pessimism. This problem-focused mindset can be draining and unproductive, leading to a sense of helplessness and frustration. Recognizing this tendency is the first step in shifting the focus towards solutions. To steer the conversation towards solutions, start by reframing how you discuss issues. Instead of engaging in a lengthy discussion about what's wrong, acknowledge the problem briefly and then pivot to exploring potential solutions. For example, if someone is complaining about a project at work, you might say, "I understand that this project is challenging. What steps can we take to make it more manageable?" One effective way to shift the focus is by asking solution-oriented questions. These questions encourage the person to think about constructive actions rather than dwelling on the problem. Examples of solution-oriented questions include, "What can we do to improve this situation? What steps can you take to address this issue? What resources or support do you need to move forward?" Encourage brainstorming sessions to generate ideas and solutions. Brainstorming can be a collaborative and positive experience that shifts the focus from negativity to creativity. Set aside time to discuss potential solutions, no matter how unconventional they might seem. The goal is to open up possibilities and inspire proactive thinking. Remind the person of past successes and strengths. Highlighting what has worked before can provide a sense of empowerment and confidence. For example, "Remember how you handled that difficult project last year? You came up with a great plan that worked really well. What can we learn from that experience to apply here?" Set clear, actionable goals to address the issue at hand. Breaking down the problem into manageable steps makes it feel less overwhelming and more achievable. Work together to outline specific actions and establish a timeline for completing them. This approach not only provides a clear path forward, but also instills a sense of progress and purpose. Maintain a positive and encouraging tone throughout the conversation. Positivity can be contagious, and your attitude can help shift the other person's mindset. Acknowledge their efforts, no matter how small, and express confidence in their ability to find solutions. Statements like, "I know you can handle this," or "You've got this," can be very uplifting. Sometimes people struggle to find solutions because they lack the necessary resources or support. Offer help by providing information, tools, or assistance that can facilitate problem solving. Whether it's sharing relevant articles, connecting them with knowledgeable contacts, or offering your own expertise, your support can make a significant difference. Lead by example by consistently focusing on solutions in your own life. When you encounter challenges, demonstrate a proactive approach by seeking solutions and maintaining a positive outlook. Your behavior can inspire others to adopt a similar mindset and approach problems constructively. Celebrate progress, no matter how incremental. Acknowledging even small victories reinforces the effectiveness of a solution-focused approach and encourages continued effort. Celebrations can be as simple as verbal praise, a note of appreciation, or a small reward. Positive reinforcement fosters a sense of achievement and motivation. Shifting from a problem-focused to a solution-focused mindset takes time and persistence. Be patient with yourself and others as you work to make this change. It's normal to encounter resistance or setbacks along the way. Stay committed to the process and continue encouraging solution-oriented thinking. Incorporate solution-focused language into your everyday conversations. Phrases like, "What can we do next?" "How can we fix this?" and "What's the next step?" naturally steer discussions towards action and resolution. Over time, this language can become a habit, fostering a more positive and proactive environment. If you're in a leadership or influential position, work to create a solution-focused culture within your team or organization. Encourage open communication, collaborative problem-solving, and a positive attitude toward challenges. Provide training and resources to help others develop solution-focused skills and recognize the value of this approach. Be flexible and open-minded when exploring solutions. Sometimes the best answers come from unexpected places or require thinking outside the box. Embrace creativity and be willing to adapt your approach as new information or ideas emerge. Flexibility can lead to innovative solutions that wouldn't have been considered otherwise. After implementing solutions, take time to reflect on the outcomes. Assess what worked well and what could be improved. Reflection helps consolidate learning and refine your approach for future challenges. It also reinforces the value of a solution-focused mindset by demonstrating its effectiveness in practice. In conclusion, focusing on solutions rather than problems is a powerful strategy for dealing with negative people. By reframing conversations, asking solution-oriented questions, encouraging brainstorming, and providing support, you can foster a more positive and constructive environment. This approach not only mitigates negativity, but also empowers individuals to take proactive steps toward improvement and growth. Way 12. Develop emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to adapt to stress, adversity, and negative experiences while maintaining psychological well-being. Developing emotional resilience is crucial when dealing with negative people, as it helps you stay grounded, manage your reactions, and recover more quickly from emotional setbacks. By building resilience, you can navigate challenging interactions with greater ease and protect your mental health. Emotional resilience involves a combination of self-awareness, emotional regulation, and coping strategies. It's not about avoiding negative emotions, but about handling them effectively and bouncing back from difficulties. Resilient individuals are better equipped to face challenges, remain optimistic, and maintain a sense of control. The foundation of emotional resilience is self-awareness. Understanding your emotions and recognizing how negative interactions affect you is the first step. Practice mindfulness to increase your awareness of your thoughts and feelings. Mindfulness techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, and journaling can help you become more attuned to your emotional state and identify triggers. Emotional regulation is the ability to manage and respond to your emotions in a healthy way. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but rather finding constructive ways to express and cope with them. Techniques such as deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and visualization can help calm your mind and body when faced with negativity. Cultivating a positive mindset is essential for emotional resilience. Focus on positive self-talk and challenge negative thoughts. Replace self-defeating statements like, "I can't handle this," with empowering ones like, "I am capable of overcoming challenges." Practicing gratitude and focusing on the positive aspects of your life can also shift your perspective and enhance resilience. Strong, supportive relationships provide a buffer against stress and negativity. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Share your experiences with trusted friends or family members, and don't hesitate to seek their advice or encouragement. A solid support network can provide emotional stability and help you navigate difficult interactions. Self-care is a crucial component of emotional resilience. Prioritize activities that nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Engage in regular exercise, maintain a healthy diet, get enough sleep, and set aside time for relaxation and hobbies. Self-care replenishes your energy and enhances your ability to cope with stress. Setting realistic expectations for yourself and others can prevent disappointment and frustration. Understand that you can't control other people's behavior, but you can control your reactions. Accept that negative individuals may not change, and focus on what you can do to protect your well-being. Adjust your expectations to be more in line with reality, which can reduce stress and increase resilience. Effective problem-solving skills are essential for resilience. When faced with a challenging situation, break it down into manageable steps. Identify the problem, brainstorm potential solutions, evaluate the pros and cons of each option, and take action. Being proactive and solution-oriented empowers you to handle difficulties more effectively. Flexibility and adaptability are key traits of resilient individuals. Life is unpredictable, and being able to adjust your plans and expectations in response to changing circumstances can reduce stress and enhance resilience. Embrace change as an opportunity for growth and remain open to new approaches and perspectives. Having a sense of purpose can provide motivation and direction, helping you stay focused and resilient in the face of adversity. Identify your values, passions, and long-term goals. Engaging in activities that align with your sense of purpose can bring fulfillment and strengthen your resilience. Reflecting on past experiences can provide valuable insights and strengthen your resilience. Consider how you've handled challenges in the past and what you learned from those situations. Use this knowledge to inform your approach to current and future difficulties. Learning from experience helps you develop effective coping strategies and builds confidence in your ability to overcome obstacles. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with kindness and understanding during difficult times. Acknowledge your struggles without judgment and offer yourself the same empathy and support you would give to a friend. Self-compassion can reduce self-criticism and promote emotional resilience by fostering a more positive and nurturing relationship with yourself. Healthy boundaries are essential for protecting your emotional well-being. Learn to say no to requests or demands that overwhelm you and set limits on how much time you spend with negative people. Boundaries help you maintain control over your life and reduce the impact of negativity on your mental health. If you find it challenging to build emotional resilience on your own, consider seeking professional help. A therapist or counselor can provide support, guidance, and tools to enhance your resilience. Therapy can help you develop effective coping strategies, process difficult emotions, and build a stronger foundation for dealing with negativity. Participate in activities that bring you joy and satisfaction. Whether it's pursuing a hobby, spending time in nature, volunteering, or practicing a creative outlet, engaging in positive activities can boost your mood and resilience. These activities provide a sense of accomplishment and help counterbalance negative experiences. Building emotional resilience is a gradual process that requires patience and persistence. Be gentle with yourself and recognize that it takes time to develop new skills and habits. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and continue working towards your resilience goals with determination and perseverance. A growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work, is a key factor in resilience. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, learn from setbacks, and view effort as a path to mastery. A growth mindset fosters resilience by promoting a positive attitude towards learning and self-improvement. In conclusion, developing emotional resilience is a powerful strategy for dealing with negative people. By enhancing self-awareness, regulating emotions, cultivating a positive mindset, building strong relationships, and practicing self-care, you can strengthen your ability to navigate challenges and protect your mental health. Emotional resilience empowers you to maintain your well-being and thrive, even in the face of negativity. Way 13. Leverage humor and laughter. Humor and laughter are powerful tools for dealing with negative people. They can diffuse tension, shift perspectives, and create a more positive atmosphere. By incorporating humor into your interactions, you can protect your mental well-being and navigate challenging situations with greater ease. Humor has numerous psychological and physiological benefits. It reduces stress, boosts mood, enhances social connections, and improves overall well-being. When dealing with negativity, humor can serve as a buffer, helping you maintain a positive outlook and respond to difficult situations more constructively. One way to leverage humor is by finding the funny side of challenging situations. This doesn't mean making light of serious issues, but rather looking for moments of absurdity or irony that can bring a smile to your face. For example, if a negative person is complaining about a trivial matter, you might think to yourself, "Isn't it amazing how we can turn the smallest inconveniences into the biggest dramas?" Self-deprecating humor involves making light-hearted jokes about yourself. This type of humor can diffuse tension and make interactions more comfortable. For instance, if someone is being negative about your work, you might say, "Well, at least my plants think I'm doing a great job." This shows that you don't take yourself too seriously and can handle criticism with grace. Sharing light-hearted stories or anecdotes can shift the focus from negativity to positivity. Think of funny or uplifting experiences you've had and share them during conversations. This can steer the dialogue away from complaints and towards more enjoyable topics, creating a more pleasant atmosphere for everyone involved. Engaging with humor through media is another effective strategy. Watching comedies, funny videos, or stand-up performances can provide a quick mood boost and help you maintain a positive mindset. Share these humorous clips with others, including the negative individuals in your life, to lighten the mood and encourage laughter. Gentle teasing, when done with kindness and respect, can create a sense of camaraderie and lighten the mood. For example, if a friend is being overly dramatic about a minor issue, you might gently tease them by saying, "Are we going to survive this catastrophe?" Ensure that your teasing is good-natured and that the other person is comfortable with this type of humor. Incorporate humor into your daily routine to build resilience against negativity. This might include reading a funny book, listening to a humorous podcast, or starting your day with a funny meme or joke. Regular doses of humor can help you maintain a positive mindset and better cope with negative interactions. Humor can also be a direct way to address negativity. If someone is consistently negative, a humorous comment can subtly highlight their behavior without creating conflict. For example, if a coworker is always complaining, you might say with a smile, "If complaining were an Olympic sport, you'd definitely win gold." This can make them more aware of their negativity in a light-hearted way. Learning to laugh at yourself is a powerful way to stay resilient. When you can find humor in your own mistakes and shortcomings, you take away their power to cause stress or embarrassment. This self-acceptance and light-heartedness can inspire others to adopt a similar attitude, reducing overall negativity. Create a fun and enjoyable environment at home or work. Encourage activities that promote laughter and camaraderie, such as game nights, team-building exercises, or funny icebreakers during meetings. A fun environment reduces stress, builds positive relationships, and makes it easier to deal with negative people. Mindful humor involves being aware of the present moment and finding joy in everyday life. Notice the small, amusing things that happen throughout your day and take a moment to appreciate them. This practice can shift your focus from negativity to positivity and make you more resilient to stress. Humor is a natural stress reliever. When you feel overwhelmed by negativity, take a break to do something that makes you laugh. Watch a funny video, read a joke, or call a friend who always makes you smile. Laughter releases endorphins, which can improve your mood and help you return to the situation with a more positive attitude. Group laughter can strengthen bonds and create a positive atmosphere. Organize activities that encourage collective humor, such as watching a comedy show together or sharing funny stories in a group setting. Group laughter fosters a sense of unity and can mitigate the effects of negativity within the group. When using humor, it's important to know your audience and be sensitive to their feelings. What's funny to one person might not be to another. Avoid humor that could be interpreted as offensive or hurtful. Instead, focus on light-hearted, inclusive jokes that everyone can enjoy. Authenticity is key when using humor. Be yourself and let your natural sense of humor shine through. Forced or insincere humor can come across as disingenuous and may not have the desired effect. Authentic humor, on the other hand, is more likely to resonate with others and create a genuine sense of enjoyment. Finally, use humor as a coping mechanism for dealing with your own stress and challenges. When faced with adversity, try to find something to laugh about. This doesn't mean ignoring serious issues, but finding a way to lighten your load and maintain a positive outlook. Humor can provide a sense of perspective and make difficult situations more manageable. In conclusion, leveraging humor and laughter is a powerful strategy for dealing with negative people. By finding the funny side, using self-deprecating humor, sharing light-hearted stories, and creating a fun environment, you can diffuse tension and foster positivity. Humor not only enhances your resilience, but also creates a more enjoyable and uplifting atmosphere for everyone involved. Way 14. Cultivate empathy and compassion. Empathy and compassion are transformative tools for dealing with negative people. By understanding and sharing the feelings of others, you can respond to negativity with kindness and patience, which often helps diffuse tension and foster a more positive interaction. Cultivating empathy and compassion not only improves your relationships, but also enhances your emotional resilience. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It involves putting yourself in their shoes and seeing the world from their perspective. Compassion, on the other hand, goes a step further. It involves a desire to alleviate the suffering of others and to act with kindness and care. Both empathy and compassion are powerful tools for building connections and creating positive change. Active listening is a key component of empathy. When interacting with negative people, make a conscious effort to truly listen to what they are saying. Pay attention to their words, tone, and body language. Show that you are engaged and interested by nodding, maintaining eye contact, and offering verbal affirmations like, "I understand," or "That sounds tough." Validation is about acknowledging the other person's feelings without necessarily agreeing with them. It shows that you respect their emotions and experiences. For example, if someone is upset about a work situation, you might say, "I can see why you're frustrated. It sounds like a challenging situation." Validation helps the person feel heard and understood, which can reduce their negativity. Asking open-ended questions encourages the person to share more about their feelings and experiences. This not only shows that you care, but also helps you gain a deeper understanding of their perspective. Questions like, "Can you tell me more about what happened?" or "How did that make you feel?" invite the person to open up and share. Negative behavior often stems from underlying issues such as stress, fear, or past experiences. Try to understand what might be driving the person's negativity. Are they going through a difficult time? Do they feel undervalued or misunderstood? Identifying the root cause can help you respond with more empathy and compassion. Once you understand the underlying issues, offer your support. This could be as simple as lending a listening ear, offering practical help, or providing words of encouragement. Your willingness to help can make a significant difference in how the person feels and can reduce their negativity over time. When speaking with negative people, use non-judgmental language that doesn't criticize or blame. Avoid statements that might make them feel attacked or defensive. Instead, use I statements to express your feelings and concerns. For example, say, "I feel concerned when you talk negatively about your work," instead of, "You're always so negative about everything." While it's important to be empathetic, it's also okay to share your perspective, especially if it can provide a different viewpoint or solution. Do this gently and respectfully, ensuring that your intention is to help rather than criticize. For example, you might say, "I understand how you feel about this issue. Have you considered looking at it from this angle?" Empathy and compassion require patience, especially when dealing with persistently negative people. Recognize that changing someone's mindset or behavior takes time. Be patient with their process and with yourself as you navigate these interactions. Remember that your consistent empathy can eventually have a positive impact. While it's important to be empathetic, it's equally crucial to take care of your own emotions. Dealing with negativity can be draining, so ensure you have your own support systems in place. Engage in self-care activities, talk to a friend or therapist, and practice stress relief techniques to maintain your emotional well-being. Setting boundaries is necessary for protecting your own well-being, but it can be done with compassion. Clearly communicate your limits in a respectful and caring manner. For example, you might say, "I care about you and want to support you, but I need to take a break from this conversation right now to take care of my own needs." While empathy and compassion are powerful, it's important to recognize their limits. You can't change someone else's behavior or emotions entirely, and that's okay. Focus on what you can do. Offer support, listen, and respond with kindness, without taking on the responsibility for their negativity. Look to empathic role models for inspiration and guidance. Observe how they handle difficult situations and interactions with negative people. What strategies do they use to maintain their empathy and compassion? Learning from others can provide valuable insights and help you develop your own empathic skills. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you extend to others. It's especially important when dealing with negativity. Recognize that it's okay to feel frustrated or overwhelmed, and give yourself permission to take breaks and seek support when needed. Self-compassion strengthens your resilience and capacity to be compassionate towards others. Regularly reflect on your interactions with negative people. Consider what went well, what was challenging, and what you could do differently next time. Reflection helps you learn and grow in your ability to practice empathy and compassion, making each interaction an opportunity for improvement. Cultivating empathy and compassion is a lifelong journey. It requires ongoing effort and a commitment to understanding and caring for others. Embrace this journey with an open heart and a willingness to learn. The more you practice empathy and compassion, the more natural they will become, enhancing your interactions and overall well-being. In conclusion, cultivating empathy and compassion is a powerful way to deal with negative people. By practicing active listening, validating feelings, asking open-ended questions, and offering support, you can create more positive interactions and build stronger relationships. Empathy and compassion not only help mitigate negativity, but also foster a deeper connection and understanding, enriching your life and the lives of those around you. Dealing with negative people is never easy, but with these 14 smart strategies, you're now equipped to handle negativity with grace, empathy, and resilience. Remember, You have the power to choose your reactions, protect your energy, and foster positivity in your life. Every step you take towards managing negativity brings you closer to a more peaceful, fulfilling existence. We'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Have you tried any of these strategies? Which ones worked best for you? Your insights could help others on their journey too. If you found these tips helpful and want more content to improve your life and relationships, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Together, we can build a more positive and supportive community. Outside of yourself, rather than recognizing your own inherent worth. The Stoics taught that true worth comes from within, and that it is your character, actions and values that define who you are, not external markers of success. By letting go of the need for external validation and focusing on living according to your own principles, you can overcome this limiting belief and step into your true power and potential. The belief that you must avoid failure at all costs is another powerful limiter. This belief can lead to fear, anxiety, and a reluctance to take risks or pursue your goals. The Stoics taught that failure is not something to be feared, but rather an opportunity for growth and learning. By shifting your perspective and viewing failure as a valuable teacher rather than a source of shame, you can overcome this limiting belief and embrace the challenges that come your way with courage and resilience. Another limiting belief that can hold you back is the idea that you must always be in control. This belief can lead to stress, anxiety, and frustration as you struggle to control every aspect of your life and the lives of those around you. The Stoics taught that while we have control over our own actions and responses, we cannot control the outcomes or the actions of others. By accepting this fundamental truth and focusing on what is within your control, you can break free from this limiting belief and find peace and contentment in the midst of uncertainty. The belief that you are not deserving of success or happiness is another common limiter. This belief is often rooted in feelings of guilt, shame, or unworthiness, leading you to sabotage your own efforts and settle for less than you deserve. The Stoics taught that every person has inherent worth and that happiness and success are not reserved for a select few, but are available to all who are willing to pursue them. By recognizing your own worth and letting go of this limiting belief, you can open yourself up to the happiness and success that are your birthright. The Stoic approach to overcoming limiting beliefs is about recognizing the power of your own mind to shape your reality. By identifying the beliefs that hold you back, confronting them with courage and determination, and replacing them with empowering truths, you can break free from the chains of self-doubt and step into a future defined by possibility and growth. As you move forward into the new year, let the wisdom of the Stoics guide you in shedding these limiting beliefs and embracing the limitless potential within you. As you break free from the limiting beliefs that have held you back, a new challenge arises: how to maintain your newfound freedom and clarity in a world that constantly tests your resolve. Life is unpredictable, full of ups and downs, and it's easy to be thrown off course by the emotions that these fluctuations stir within you. But imagine what it would be like to face each day, each challenge, with unshakable emotional stability. What if, no matter what life throws your way, you could remain calm, composed, and in control of your inner state? The Stoics believed that true strength lies not in avoiding challenges, but in remaining unfazed by them, acting with reason and purpose rather than being driven by emotion. One of the key Stoic practices for developing emotional stability is the art of mindfulness, being fully present in the moment and observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. The Stoics understood that emotions are a natural part of the human experience, but they believed that we have the power to choose how we respond to them. By cultivating mindfulness, you can learn to recognize your emotions as they arise without being swept away by them. This practice helps you to maintain a sense of inner calm and clarity, even in the face of intense emotions, allowing you to respond to life's challenges with reason and composure. Another powerful Stoic method for emotional stability is the practice of detachment. The Stoics taught that while it's natural to feel emotions, we should strive to detach ourselves from their grip. Detachment doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your emotions. Rather, it means recognizing that your emotions do not define you and that you have the power to choose how you respond to them. By practicing detachment, you can create a mental space between yourself and your emotions, allowing you to observe them without being overwhelmed. This sense of detachment helps you to maintain your emotional balance, even in difficult situations. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of focusing on what is within your control as a way to maintain emotional stability. Many of our negative emotions arise from trying to control things that are beyond our influence, such as the actions of others or the outcome of events. The Stoics believed that by focusing on what you can control, your own thoughts, actions, and attitudes, you can reduce the emotional turmoil that comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. This practice helps you to stay grounded and centered, even when the world around you is chaotic. Another Stoic method for developing emotional stability is the practice of self-reflection. The Stoics believed that regularly examining your thoughts, emotions, and actions is essential for personal growth and emotional resilience. By taking time to reflect on your experiences, you can gain a deeper understanding of what triggers your emotions and how you can respond more effectively. Self-reflection allows you to identify patterns in your behavior and make conscious choices about how you want to act in the future. This practice helps you to develop greater self-awareness and emotional intelligence, making it easier to navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. The Stoics also taught the value of cultivating inner peace through the practice of acceptance. Life is full of events and circumstances that are beyond our control, and resisting them only leads to frustration and emotional turmoil. The Stoics believed that by accepting things as they are, without trying to change or control them, you can find a sense of peace and stability within yourself. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up or resigning yourself to your fate. Rather, it means acknowledging reality as it is and choosing to respond with calm and purpose. This practice of acceptance helps you to remain unfazed by life's challenges, knowing that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. Another powerful Stoic practice for emotional stability is the cultivation of gratitude. The Stoics believed that by focusing on what you have, rather than on what you lack, you can create a sense of contentment and fulfillment that protects you from the negative emotions that arise from envy, resentment, and dissatisfaction. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, helping you to appreciate the good in your life, even in the midst of challenges. This practice helps you to maintain a positive and resilient mindset, making it easier to remain emotionally stable in the face of adversity. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of practicing resilience in the face of life's challenges. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and difficulties, and it is essential for maintaining emotional stability. The Stoics believed that resilience is not something you are born with, but something you can develop through practice and experience. By facing challenges head-on and learning from your experiences, you can build the strength and determination needed to remain unfazed by life's ups and downs. This practice of resilience helps you to stay focused on your goals and values, even when the road ahead is difficult. Another Stoic method for maintaining emotional stability is the practice of self-discipline. The Stoics believed that self-discipline is essential for controlling your emotions and staying true to your principles. By developing the habit of self-discipline, you can train yourself to respond to challenges with calm and reason, rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally. Self-discipline helps you to stay focused on what is important, even in the face of distractions or temptations. This practice reinforces your ability to remain emotionally stable and resilient, no matter what life throws your way. The Stoics also taught the importance of living in alignment with your values as a way to maintain emotional stability. When you live according to your own principles and beliefs, you create a sense of integrity and authenticity that helps you to stay grounded and centered, even in the face of challenges. Living in alignment with your values gives you a clear sense of purpose and direction, making it easier to remain emotionally stable no matter what happens around you. This practice helps you to stay true to yourself and your goals, even when external circumstances are uncertain or difficult. Another powerful Stoic practice for emotional stability is the cultivation of patience. The Stoics believed that patience is essential for maintaining your emotional balance, especially in the face of frustration, disappointment, or delay. Patience allows you to stay calm and composed, even when things don't go as planned. By practicing patience, you can avoid the emotional turmoil that comes from reacting impulsively or becoming overwhelmed by negative emotions. This practice helps you to maintain a sense of inner peace and stability, even when life is unpredictable or challenging. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of developing a strong sense of self-awareness as a way to maintain emotional stability. Self-awareness involves understanding your own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and how they impact your life. By cultivating self-awareness, you can recognize the triggers that lead to emotional instability and take steps to address them. This practice helps you to stay in control of your emotions rather than being controlled by them. Self-awareness also allows you to make more intentional and thoughtful choices, leading to greater emotional resilience and stability. Another key Stoic practice for emotional stability is the cultivation of empathy and compassion. The Stoics believed that understanding and caring for others is essential for maintaining your own emotional balance. By practicing empathy, you can develop a deeper understanding of the emotions and experiences of others, which can help to reduce your own negative emotions, such as anger or frustration. Compassion helps you to respond to others with kindness and understanding, rather than with judgment or resentment. This practice of empathy and compassion helps to create a sense of connection and emotional stability, even in challenging situations. The Stoics also taught the importance of letting go of attachment to outcomes as a way to maintain emotional stability. Many of our negative emotions arise from being too attached to a specific result or outcome, whether it's success, approval, or control. The Stoics believed that by letting go of attachment to outcomes, you can reduce the emotional turmoil that comes from unmet expectations. Instead, focus on doing your best in the present moment, without being overly concerned with the outcome. This practice helps you to stay emotionally stable and resilient, even when things don't go as planned. Another powerful Stoic method for maintaining emotional stability is the practice of embracing discomfort. The Stoics believed that discomfort is a natural part of life, and that it is often through facing and overcoming discomfort that we grow the most. By embracing discomfort, you can develop the resilience and strength needed to remain emotionally stable, even in difficult situations. This practice helps you to build your tolerance for discomfort and to stay calm and composed, even when life is challenging. Embracing discomfort also helps you to develop a greater sense of inner peace and stability, knowing that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of developing a sense of purpose and meaning in your life as a way to maintain emotional stability. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you are less likely to be swayed by negative emotions or distractions. Purpose gives you a sense of direction and motivation, making it easier to stay focused on your goals and values, even in the face of challenges. By cultivating a sense of purpose, you can maintain your emotional stability and resilience, knowing that you are working towards something meaningful and important. Another key Stoic practice for emotional stability is the cultivation of self-compassion. The Stoics believed that it's important to treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed or struggling with negative emotions. By practicing self-compassion, you can reduce the impact of negative emotions on your well-being and maintain a sense of inner peace and stability. Self-compassion helps you to recognize that it's okay to experience difficult emotions and that you don't have to be perfect. This practice helps you to maintain your emotional balance and resilience, even in the face of challenges. The Stoics also taught the importance of focusing on the present moment as a way to maintain emotional stability. When you're focused on the present, you're less likely to get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. Living in the present allows you to fully experience and appreciate your life as it is, without being distracted by negative emotions or thoughts. This practice helps you to stay grounded and centered, even in the face of challenges, making it easier to maintain your emotional stability and resilience. Another powerful Stoic method for maintaining emotional stability is the practice of setting boundaries. The Stoics believed that it's important to set clear boundaries in order to protect your emotional well-being. By setting boundaries, you create a sense of control and agency in your life, which can help to reduce the impact of negative emotions. Boundaries help you to prioritize your own needs and values, ensuring that you don't become overwhelmed or drained by the demands of others. This practice of setting boundaries helps you to maintain your emotional stability and resilience, even in the face of external pressures. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of cultivating a sense of gratitude for the present moment as a way to maintain emotional stability. By focusing on what you have right now, rather than on what you might lose or gain in the future, you can create a sense of contentment and peace that helps you to navigate life's challenges with grace. Gratitude shifts your perspective from fear and anxiety to appreciation and abundance. When you practice gratitude, you reinforce a positive mindset that helps you to stay calm and centered, even in the face of uncertainty. Another key Stoic practice for emotional stability is the cultivation of resilience in the face of adversity. The Stoics believed that resilience is the ability to bounce back from challenges and setbacks, and that it is essential for maintaining your emotional stability. By facing challenges head-on and learning from your experiences, you can build the strength and determination needed to remain unfazed by life's ups and downs. This practice of resilience helps you to stay focused on your goals and values, even when the road ahead is difficult. The Stoics also taught the importance of developing a strong sense of self-awareness as a way to maintain emotional stability. Self-awareness involves understanding your own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and how they impact your life. By cultivating self-awareness, you can recognize the triggers that lead to emotional instability and take steps to address them. This practice helps you to stay in control of your emotions rather than being controlled by them. Self-awareness also allows you to make more intentional and thoughtful choices, leading to greater emotional resilience and stability. Another powerful Stoic method for maintaining emotional stability is the practice of acceptance. The Stoics believed that acceptance is the key to peace and tranquility in the face of life's challenges. By accepting that you cannot control everything and that uncertainty is a natural part of life, you can reduce the anxiety and fear that often accompany the unknown. This practice of acceptance helps you to approach life's challenges with a sense of calm and composure, knowing that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of taking action in the face of life's challenges as a way to maintain emotional stability. Confidence and resilience grow through experience and practice, so it's important to take steps, even small ones, toward your goals. By taking action, you build momentum and reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed, even in the face of uncertainty. This practice helps you to overcome fear and self-doubt, creating a strong foundation